the first thing that comes to our mind when we say India is diversity. It's diversity in culture, people, languages, landscape. But India is equally diverse when it comes to its fabrics. Almost every state in the country has its own unique fabric, which is a representation of its culture and also is an integral part of that state's history. Much similar to the story of evolution as experienced by our humble mode of transport for this journey of soulful discovery. The car that's nothing less than an icon of change for our country. Leh is one of the most famous tourist attractions for its picturesque landscapes and long stretch of roads which are like a dream come true for people who love to drive. Apparently, another thing that Leh is famous for is Pashmina, a kind of cashmere which amounts to less than 1% of world cashmere production, yet it's categorized as the finest of them all. So it's not just the Pashmina that is unique, but also the entire process of producing it, right from the point of view of sourcing the raw material. Changpa is a nomadic tribe of shepherds that rear these Changra goats, and these goats actually give us a key raw material for Pashmina, which is the Pashmina fiber. So, what's so special about Pashmina as such?
It's a very luxurious raw material, raw fiber, and it comes from the Changthang region. It's a high altitude region, it's really cold, so all the goats, they grow a very fine inner fleece, which we call pasham. And that is what we use to make like all our Pashmina shawls or whatever we transform them into. So after sourcing it from Changthang, we give it to spinning to different women, to different villages. It happens especially in winters because in winters they have time, so they sit around a fire and then they're talking and then they're spinning and all. After spinning it from them, we get it over here and we do coloring. It's all natural dyeing. It's a very pure fiber, so we want to treat it very purely. So this has been dyed with marigold flowers. As you can see, it's like a beautiful yellow shade right now.
Nice, yeah.
A lighter variation of shade, yeah. See?
How do you really get variations in this? Because what I see over here is a very light yellow.
Yeah, so this one is like it hasn't been boiled till now. So if you boil it, we'll get a darker shade. After coloring, it goes into the weaving process. So this is a traditional weaving method, and all the designs that you see can be made in the weft, in the going to and fro of the yarns. To make the designs, every thread has to go through this, and then it will go in the front. So the threading itself is a one-day process.
So Kunzis, where does all this Pashmina go from here?
So basically, like, we sell our Pashmina one in Leh, and we are also developing market in France, in Europe. So most of our Pashmina, we are selling it directly over there. We are also working with designers from outside to give a modern touch to the products that we make. So it's like something that is being made traditionally, but something that can fit into the modern world, which is going to be timeless, actually.
Oh, that's very similar to the car that we're driving, an Alto, which is rooted in traditions, but made for the modern world. In this journey of over 1,000,000 years, the craft of producing Pashmina has not only evolved in terms of production practices, but also successfully stayed relevant to a demanding and ever-evolving customer. A journey akin to that of Maruti Suzuki Alto, selling over 100 cars every single hour for last 22 years, even after more than 2 decades of his debut in India. Our traditions act as an anchor to our identity. It tells us who we are, and be it an ethnic fabric or a car that's loved by millions, it certainly is a matter of immense pride for everyone who's Indian at heart.